Okay, I'm gonna start this off by being a little, probably, just forewarning you, probably a little bit, graphic. So if you're queasy, you don't like to see kind of queasy stuff, I wouldn't watch. But I was gonna kind of show you what it looks like when you have it. What's called, when you have a feeding tube where the hole is, it's called your stoma. And then what you can build around that is skin. It's called granulation. When the granulation builds up, you have to burn it off. And when you burn it off, you build it off, burn off with these silver nitrate sticks. They look like long matchsticks. And it doesn't feel very good. And I had to do it twice. I get a little crazy when I burn it off. My doctor said to kind of chill, do it once, wait a few days, and then do it again. So I did. So I was going to show you what happens because my skin is really sensitive, and it's super sensitive to even sensitive tape. So it sucks because then I get scabs all over my stomach because you have to kind of tape things down while this is going on, because if it's moving around, the tube's moving around, it hurts. So I'm going to show you. I gotta grab the sticks though because I forgot they're right here. Okay, so I've got all my goodies. So let me, so I'm going to show you. So let me show you, okay. If you can see, so here's, I pulled the tube down. So I don't know if you can see, but see how there's like all these red marks? That's from all the tape when I tape it down. So if you can see, that's where the tube is, and then there's some skin, and then this is like where the stoma is, and where I've burned it off. See, here's the tube. This is where I do all the feeding. So what I'm going to do is, I can move this up, because I'm not going to burn it. And I can move it up so it stays and it's nice and tight. See, so it's like nice and secure. So, and then I'm going to cover myself so I'm not flashing my little teeny boobies at you. Hold on. And then I'll show you. So these are the sticks. You do the burning of the skin. They just look like matchsticks. And see, here's the end, and it turns white, and it just burns it off. You have to be really careful not to get it on your skin anywhere else or on anything, because it's pretty gnarly. It gets like your skin, your fingers black, and you have to be pretty careful. And it hurts. It doesn't feel good. So, but what I have to do right now is and my tube is feeding right now. So in my tube right now, I need to do potassium. So because I'm really deficient in potassium, so I have like, oh shoot, I just spilled it. I keep making a mess with potassium, which, let me just tell you, is not fun. It gets orange crap everywhere, which I just did again. So I have this little teeny syringe, and I just load up some potassium in there, and then in my tube there's a medicine one, and I just open it up, and you just kind of load the syringe in there, and then you just put the potassium in. And then you have to make sure that when you do that, you have like food in your stomach. At least I do, because it gives me a stomach ache if I don't. And I also dilute it with water a little bit too. So I make sure that I'm supposed to do 3 tablespoons twice a day. I've been doing 3 tablespoons once a day. I didn't do any last night. Been having a really rough time since I got back from my trip. I've had like insomnia. I've had, had insomnia. I've been nauseous. I've fallen asleep like just randomly. Last night I fell asleep at 9 o'clock in my clothes, and then today I spent the whole day in my clothes that I had yesterday. And yeah, so it's just I haven't really. I'm starting to slowly get my act together, but it's taking a while. I think my trip was really good, and I think my trip was really hard in a lot of ways. Been thinking about this a lot, about change, and how it was funny going back. Like a lot of things changed, and it was good, and then some things changed, and you're like really bummed. And some of the things that made me sad that changed were like the house that I used to live in. Like they changed the front door. It was just a weird red color. It freaked me out. We pulled out to see what it looked like, and I was freaked out. It really bothered me. I don't know why. But like where there was just cornfields, there's like houses now, which is lame. Like, you know, it's like why is all this stuff everywhere? Why does there have to be so many buildings? Why can't it just be cornfields and open space? Why does there have to be more stuff, you know? I don't know. That was kind of a bummer, I think. There's a lot of stuff. I think that was bothersome. There were some things, oh, my belly's hanging out. There were some things that were the same. People that were the same, which is comforting. Some people changed. Some people have changed this year, and some people have not at all. And you hope that they would, and they haven't. Maybe they never will. I don't know. So I think that I feel like for myself, in reflecting on this past year, I've had a lot of change, and my hair's changed. I don't have black hair anymore. I think that I've just changed as a person. How I approach life has changed. How I'm thinking about things have changed. How I think about myself has changed. I think about time has changed. I don't know. I hope that being sick has made me try to be a better person, a more compassionate person. I'm a more reflective person. I know that I've done and said a lot of things that I didn't mean to. Some were like because I was on medication that made me a little crazy for a while there. And I was a little out of control just because I wasn't myself because of that, I think. I'm done with my potassium. Now, after you do the potassium, you have to flush it with water. So I always have distilled water. I'm an anal about water. People always say, oh, I like, you know, really good water or purified water. No, I always do use distilled water for everything. And I don't know, I think it's because ever since I got my feeding tube, which was 2 years ago, I've always used I used distilled water when I first got it, and I've just always used it. It's just always been that way. So I just feel like it's just safer. I don't know. It's probably no big deal, but I always just do. So anyway, but I don't know. Back to this year, I think that I know. Oh my cat, get out of there. Being sick is it's funny, I care about my plants more. Is that odd? Like I get really upset if they die, if they're not doing well. It bothers me, especially when it's some of the plants that I've had for a long time. I think about dying more. Tonight, my son said, "I think I love you more than you love me." I said, "What? What is no? What are you talking about? What do you mean?" And I think he said it because I think he senses some things, you know. Oh my gosh, what is my cat doing? Get down! Get down! Get down! My cat is crazy. She's crazy. Get off there! Get off! Get off! Get off! I came home from vacation and my computer was broken, and I think it's because she chewed the cord. Get off! Get off! I think she chewed the cord. Get down! Tinkerbell, get down! I think she chewed the cord. Oh, she's such a stinker. Anyway. But I think that I'm going to take some medicine. My back and my head have been really hurting. It's interesting, tonight when I took a shower, this side, it's usually this side of my head that's bad. Today it's been the bones over here. I can feel them all in here. They're all really hurting. It's all back in here. Ugh. They're all really hurting, like all down my neck. It's interesting because it doesn't usually hurt there. I don't know why. Hey, out of there. Get out. No. Go. I don't know if it's just trying, it's all just trying to go, it happens, like last night when I fell asleep, everything was hurting, like my whole head, and that's starting to happen too, so I don't know if that's, it's just that the person stuff's just starting to go everywhere more than it was before. I don't know. Sorry, I'm watching my cat. She's freaking me out because I don't want her. I just got a new computer and I want her stepping on it. She's gone. Anyway. But yeah, he asked me if he asked me, and it made me feel so bad. But, yeah, I think about it a lot more. I'm a little scared. Because then when you're sick and you keep feeling like it's getting worse, and then you put yourself in situations where they're harder, it's just scary. And this, trip was hard, and then coming back from the trip and just running errands and falling asleep and just being exhausted from doing vacuuming or sweeping or it's sad. I wish that I wish I was with someone. It's hard being alone. It's the worst part, because I don't even think it's just that it's being alone, because you have to do everything by yourself, like being a single parent. But I think it's just even just having someone to talk to and comfort you and hold your hand and, just be there for you. Like right now. It would be nice to have someone at night when you're feeling crummy. I wish I had that, and it's hard to even try and find that when you're sick. So, I don't see that changing. So, sorry. You just learn to kind of toughen up a little bit and seek support in other ways, I guess. And I think that's why my foundation is so important to me, and starting it and doing it, and that's why I've been so crazed about it. And I've calmed down about it, and I know that there's no time frame, and I'll get it done, and it'll work out, and it'll all be fine. And I was really I got home and I was so stressed about getting everything going right off the bat, and it just needs to be done right, and I just take my time, and but it's really important to me to help other people, because the thought of people having to go through what I'm going through, and if they didn't even have insurance or support like I do, can't imagine it, like family or financial support. It's awful. It's so expensive. I went and got medicine today. Just one of my pills without insurance is $300. And so it's just one, and I take so many, so I don't want this to go on forever, but I just think that it's a good thing to reflect on. Everyone reflects on the year gone by, and I think it's good to look back on how we've changed. People around us have changed, some who haven't, and maybe how some people won't, and how some things in ourselves probably won't, and how some of that's okay. Some of it's just fine, some of that's good, I think. Some of it's not. Some of it's scary. So sorry if I freaked you out. about my little feeding tube lesson tonight, but I think it's important for people to see what everyone goes through. And just so you know, that feeding tube, that tube now goes to my intestine. I could feed to my stomach also, but right, it's a GJ, so it goes to both, but it's feeding right now to my intestine, and it's much better. So, okay, I'll say goodbye for now.